title, Night Terrors. The darkness of the alleyways seemed to pulse with a life of its own. It was a place where nightmares thrived, where the innocent were preyed upon by the sinister and the depraved. And I was their king. I could smell her fear, feel her heartbeat quicken as she realized that she was not alone. The woman turned to face me, and I could see the terror etched into her face. It was a thing of beauty, the way her eyes widened, and her mouth opened in a silent scream. I pounced on her, relishing the moment when her body went limp under my hands. The feeling of power was intoxicating, and I knew that I would never tire of it. For years, I had stalked the city, leaving behind a trail of blood and broken bodies. The police had no leads, no suspects, no hope of ever catching me. I was too clever for them, too quick, too deadly. But then, they started to get too close. I could feel their eyes on me, watching my every move. It was only a matter of time before they caught me, before they locked me away and threw away the key. I couldn't let that happen. I had to keep killing, had to keep the darkness alive. So I lured one of them into my trap. It was a simple thing, really. I knew his weaknesses, knew how to exploit them. And when he was in my grasp, I showed him no mercy. But it wasn't enough. The police were still after me, still hot on my trail. I could hear them in the darkness, feel their presence lurking just beyond the shadows. It was time to make my move. I stalked the streets, looking for my next victim. And then I saw her, a young woman walking home from a late-night shift. She was alone, vulnerable, perfect. I crept up behind her, feeling the rush of adrenaline as I closed in for the kill. But then, something happened that I never could have expected. She turned around, and she wasn't afraid. Instead, she looked at me with eyes that glinted with a fierce determination. And then, she attacked. I tried to fight back, to defend myself, but she was too strong, too fast. And then, everything went black. When I woke up, I was in a prison cell, surrounded by the very people I had been trying to avoid. They looked at me with a mixture of fear and disgust, and I realized that my reign of terror was over. But in my mind, I still hear her voice, still feel her hands on my throat. And I know that, somewhere out there, there are others like her. Others who will fight back, who will refuse to be victims. And that thought terrifies me more than anything else in the world.